Hey everybody, and welcome back. Sorry I've been away for a while, but I'm going to get back on track doing one video each week. So this week I'm going to be talking about the squat again, and things to be remembering with the squat. Three principles. The first one is the movement is initiated at the hip. Okay? So we're not bringing the knees forward. Movement starts at the hip. Second thing is pressure is going through my heels and the outside edge of my foot. You should see a nice arch under the foot while you're doing a squat. Don't let your weight transfer to your toes. This is going to put shear force on the knees. The third principle is that my knees should be in line with my ankles or just to the outside. So if you're squatting or jumping and your knees are collapsing in, it's a great way to destroy the soft tissues in your knee. So I've been seeing this a lot, some of the athletes I've been coaching. So two things can be at play here. One is a tightness in the hip. So that means I'm getting a soft tissue restriction, which is keeping my knees to the inside and preventing me from getting them into this powerful athletic position. So we talked about this before. A really good stretch for this is going to be hip flexion and external rotation. So that's when my leg comes up and to the side. So the stretch for this, get my knee down and back with pressure on this knee. You want to imagine that you're trying to drive your femur out through your buttocks. And basically with a neutral spine, dropping down to the carpet and just shifting your weight over to the side that you're trying to stretch. And you should be feeling a big pull down the buttocks. That's number one. You can do that 2 minutes each side. The bigger issue, typically when there's a tightness, there's also a weakness. And the weakness is in the lateral rotators of the hip. So these are the muscles that when you contract them, they bring your knee to the outside. So these are deep muscles in the hip underneath your gluteus maximus. So the way to strengthen these is with hip lateral rotation. So what you want to be doing is laying down on your side, head is resting on your arm, so I'm always keeping that nice neutral spine. Okay? You're going to put your hand around the crest of your pelvis. You should feel that bone there. With my legs stacked, I'm going to be lifting my knee up to the ceiling as high as I can without breaking position in my pelvis. So I shouldn't be rolling back. I don't want to see the pelvis moving back and forth. The movement should be coming from the hip joint itself. So I'm feeling where my pelvis is, my head is just relaxed, and I'm lifting the knee up and letting it drop back down. So it's not a very big movement. And the way you do this is you do it for time. So you start with 30 seconds each side, and after a while you start to feel this burn kind of down the backside deep in the buttocks, and that's how you know you're going to be doing this properly. So work on that daily. Once the 30 seconds gets easy, move it up to 1 minute each side, and this should really make a big difference when you're squatting, keeping your knees in this athletic, externally rotated position. So work on that, and we'll catch you next week.